Hello there. I'm Scotty. You're not. Welcome back to Nick Month 2. This time it's personal. And, yeah, today we're talking about episode of Victorious. This is From the Vault. So we're talking about episode of Victorious. It's Sleepover at Sikowitz's, which is supposedly this season 1 finale, but Paramount Plus has it at episode 15 with more episodes afterwards. So I don't know. But this is always one that I liked to see aired in reruns when it came on. I like this one. I like the different characters that our characters play. So the plot of this is that Sikowitz wants to do an exercise on method acting, where you, or not when you don't break character, not method acting, but not breaking character. So he invites all the students to his house, which is not as creepy as it sounds. I'll explain. I'll defend the decision in the video, but I don't. With everything that's around, I think it's okay. But and they each have to play a character and can't break character, and if they do, they have to leave. So, yeah. So we start off the episode with Tori and Andre doing a scene, but Sikowitz purposely gets in the way and causes Tori to break character. And then he gets all upset that people, that young people nowadays can't continue to do it. It's not method acting. There's a term for it. Hold on. Okay, so it is method acting, but I don't think the writers of the show know what method acting is. Method acting, staying in character, yes, but it goes far beyond that in some cases, like Jared Leto. Sending things to his co-stars. Method acting. Daniel Day-Lewis, anything he's been in, he's a real big method actor, so yeah, staying in character, but I guess. I don't know. But he's upset. He says, kids nowadays, they don't know method acting. They don't like it. So he challenges them to stay a night at his place and then have to play characters. Stay in character all night at certain characters. But the way he does it, who wants to sleep over at my house? With Jade being the one that answers, it is kind of But everyone's going to give each other their identities. So I don't remember who gives what. So I know what the thing is. So I know some. So Robbie, I think Kat gives Robbie his. Robbie is a motivational speaker who has uncontrollable wobbly legs every once in a while. Beck is a British person who gets really close and invades people's private space. Andre is a pregnant marathon runner. Who's the daddy? I always like that line. Jay's the one who tells him. You're a marathon runner who also happens to be 9 months pregnant. Who's the daddy? Kat is a 90s stand-up comedian. That's how Tori says it. Tori is a police officer who is obsessed with raising Brent. And Jade is a nicey nice girl who has to be nice and happy no matter what. Basically, you can't guess, Tori gave her that. So, yes. So it starts out normal. Sikowitz is at his very small apartment. My apartment's bigger than his. Because he's got a kitchen. And the kitchen is right there, and there's a living room. And the front door. So, okay, so we're here. He's in the kitchen, here. The couch is in front of the kitchen. There's a little walking room in the kitchen. There's the front door. And then there's a window. And then there's a room, which I assume is his bedroom and his bathroom. Because they go back there to use the bathroom. Andre does at one point. So it's a very small apartment. It's smaller than mine. my bedroom and bathroom are separate, as you can tell. Uh, Not a big living room yet. Reminds me of like Big LT's apartment where he lives. Those are kind of small, although his bedroom and bathroom are separate too, and he has more work, so maybe smaller than that. Kind of reminds me of my friend Eric had an apartment, his second apartment he had. Not the little box one, but the second one he had on the second floor of the same building. He had a living. It was a living room area, and then there was a kitchen, and there was a bathroom. And the living room bed. The living room had to also be the bedroom. So, kind of like that, but everything seems to be all in one area here. But yeah. I'm not gonna remember which order they arrive in, but they all arrive and they're all doing their shtick. Have some raisin bran. Raisin bran. Yes. And one by one they all start to dwindle. Robbie is first. This is one of the most. So before I go on, I want to defend this. Because you might be like, okay, this 40-something-year-old man has these 16-year-old students in his house. Okay, one, he had to have had permission from school and their parents. And later, we find out that the parents, that at least Tori's parents, know that she's somewhere else. Okay? Two, I don't think he actually expected anyone to stay the night. I think he expected them all to break character, because by the time we get down to the last two, which I won't spoil who it is yet, to the last two, he's had enough, and he says, I don't care what you do. Break character, go home, I don't care. Just stay out of the cupboard in my bathroom, under the sink in my bathroom. That's all I say. So I don't think he ever intended them to stay there. I think they were all supposed to fail. He never intended anyone to actually win this. So, yeah. I know it's a little bit weird from them being in an adult's house, but one, he's a respectable teacher of theirs. They know him. The parents know him. Not that they trust him, because he's a weirdo, but, you know, I'm just saying. So let's start. So Robbie's the first one to break character. I would point out he does not bring Rex with him because he's got to stay in character. Rex, you'd think that Rex would be the one to break the character. Maybe Robbie should. What are you talking about? He broke character. No, Rex is not there. He's gone after a certain point. So, Sikowitz starts ranting about a fly and then flings himself through the window trying to catch the fly. And when Robbie goes to check on him, Mr. Sikowitz, like, who's that? Who is that? And he says, it's Robbie. Yeah, you broke character. And he's just fine after going through a window. Now, we know that behind the scenes, it's probably candy glass or sugar glass. But is that actually supposed to be real glass he just put his head through with no cuts or nothing? I know it's a kid's show, but I'm just saying. No. So Robbie's out. Where does Robbie go? He doesn't go home. No, he shows up at Tori's house. This is the part of the episode I don't like. Because it makes no sense. Especially when the others show up. Robbie shows up and they're like, oh, Tori's not here. He goes, oh yeah, I know. He's like, Trina's not here either. Oh, it's good because she doesn't like me. Well, by the way, I guess I will go back to this. They tell him Tori's not there, but shouldn't they know that he knows that she's not there? I don't know. But they're about to watch Terms of Endearment, which is a very sad movie. It's a movie my mom used to watch a lot. Don't know if she'll watch it now. It's about a woman dying of cancer. I don't think she wants to watch that now. You know she's cancer-free, but still. It's one she used to watch. One of those sad. She had a lot of sad movies she watched. That, Steel Magnolias. She liked to watch a lot of sad movies. Yeah. I don't know. Movie makes me cry. I don't know. If it's a happy crying movie, like the end of Homeward Bound or something like that, that's fine. Movies that have a happy ending make me cry, that's fine. But I don't want to watch a movie that's sad all the time. You know what I mean? I don't like downer endings, but yeah, they decide to go a route with this. He's like, oh yeah, I've never seen that movie before, and he just invites himself in. So we go back, and Kat. So they're out doing their shtick when a random boy pops out of Sikowitz's bedroom. That's his nephew staying with him. So he was in the bathroom the whole time, I'm guessing. And police officer Officer Pedesto, yells out, "Who is that boy there?" Or something like that. And it's his nephew. And he's going to see the Wall Dogs at the Moxie. I don't know either of those words. The Wall Dogs, I guess, is the band. Is it a real band or fictional? The Moxie, is that a stadium or something? I don't know. And even though Tori is trying to date this guy, Kat's the one that breaks. I'll go see the Wall Dogs at the Moxie. I'll go right now. Oh, by the way, some of the observations, I know it's Kat. I know she's supposed to be stupid. But what is the deal with Raisin Bran? Is it Raisin? Is it Bran? I gotta know. It's both, you idiot. Raisin Bran. It's Raisin and Bran. It's in the name. You know, it's one thing for a comedian or comedian to make observations, but that is just stupid. I'm sorry. It's both Raisin and Bran. There's raisins and there's Bran. It's both. What's the other one that she does that made me roll my eyes? Made me sit there and go, what was it? No, go back. Stupid. What was it? I'm trying to think now. What I want to know is, I don't remember. She comes in, she says something. I'm trying to think. I remember now. What is the deal with chicken nuggets? Is there special chickens that make the nuggets? Where do they get nugget chickens? No, see, chicken nuggets are chicken that is cut up, processed, and put in a nugget form. Molded into nugget form, and they put it in some sort of breading and put it in a deep fryer. That's what chicken nuggets are. How stupid do you have to be? I don't know what the joke's supposed to be, but yeah, so Kat's gone, and later we find out they go to Tori's house to watch the Terms of Endearment, and the joke is they think it's a comedy, even though the parents keep saying it's not a comedy. Andre's grandma calls at one point, and she's crazy. You need to listen. There's a song. I think it's still on YouTube. Someone took her crazy rants and made it into a song. Andre, it's raining in my bathroom. Andre, there's a helicopter in the kitchen. Andre. There's a third one. And Andre, I don't know you. That's from this episode. I don't know you. Andre, it's raining in the bathtub. Raining in my bathtub. Andre. I don't know. Because she's crazy. And if she knew where he was, she probably would have forgotten. I don't know. But he's ranting and raving about how he's playing it. By the way, his is the worst one because he's just stating the obvious. Like, oh, I shouldn't have run that marathon. Oh, I'm very pregnant. Oh, I'm going to have a baby. Yeah, that's just, you're just being obvious. He's not really in character. He's just being obvious. But yeah, he's on the phone with her, and she freaks out. What the butt or whatever she says. And then somehow, even though she didn't know what was going on, she knows he's at Sikowitz's house. So he did tell her, I'm assuming, how she found the house. I don't know. But she goes in there screaming and ranting. And he breaks character. And that's what Andre, he broke character. Grandma, I'm trying to, and he's in trouble, even though once they get out there, he's going to explain, I'm not really pregnant. Hello? It's, unless you're Arnold Schwarzenegger in a 1996 movie, it's impossible for you to get pregnant. If you're a man. At least, it was 96, and then maybe that happened. Science is, I don't know. Science is a weird one. That's for sure. So we're down to 3. So, this part always confuses me. So, Sikowitz takes out some quesadillas that he did in the oven for some reason. Even though you're supposed to fry them in a pan. Who does quesadillas in the oven? I know there's a way, but who does it? You do it in a frying pan, or I do it in a microwave. They're chewy, but it's easy. You just take... I do cheese ones. If I'm doing something like chicken, well, the chicken's going to already be cooked or something, but it's going to be in the... I've done it in a frying pan, but sometimes I sit for too long and it burns, so it's easier for me to do in the microwave. Take a tortilla, you put a cheese, tortilla on top, put in the microwave, 30 seconds. If it's not done, another 10 seconds. The cheese is melted enough. Boom. I do 2 of those. Pretty good. But, and I've also done it in the frying pan. If you like a little bit of crunchy, it's good that way. But in the oven, never seen that done before. But he takes it out of the oven, and, by the way, the minute Jade walks in, Tori is trying to break her. She shoves Raisin Bran right in her face, and she's like, no, thank you for some Raisin Bran that you touch with your dirty, dirty hands. And there's one point where, like, because Beck has to be all touchy and feely, so he's all up in Tori's grill, and she's like, oh, Mr. British man, who knows what could happen to you if that continues. She's all happy. So then Psycho's like, would you grab the... So during this, he picks it up, he puts it down, the whole Andre grandma stuff happens, and then he asks Jade to go bring in the quesadillas. She grabs it, and she burns her hand. With that time that's taken, it was about 5 minutes. I think it would have been, because when you take something out of the oven, it doesn't take long before the heat goes away. In the time that he took it out, the grandma came in, all that stuff happened, it would have cooled down enough for her to touch it. But for the... Unless his oven is the sun, I don't know. I got that from friends, by the way. So I went to your suntan place, your spray tan place. Was that place the sun? Yeah. She burns her... I do believe that's my word in flesh, and she never breaks character until she gets outside. So... But then she shows up at... And then, yeah, she and... Andre and... I think... Does Andre still have his belly? Is this muted? When they show up at Tori's house... Ah! Goddamn ads! I hate ads. I hate it. I know you need your ad revenue, but can you just put one on there and not be littered throughout your freaking video? And I know it's not all you're doing, because I've seen complaints from people who say they want to put them in certain places so there's not so many, but YouTube discourages that. I don't care. Come on, show the... They're all there. Hold on. I don't know. They're all there laughing at the dying Deborah Winger in the terms of endearment. I don't know. I've never gotten a subplot. It's like, oh, we need an extra 10 minutes. Let's split it. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. They were going to see the Wall Dogs at Democracy. Was it that sort of a show? I'm pretty sure a concert would last the whole length of terms of endearment. I don't know how long that movie is, but actually we can look it up here. Hold on. Since we're being thorough, let's see how long terms of endearment is. I gotta log out. Hold on. No. That's not what I clicked it. I guess I say clicked it. We're almost done. Don't worry. I'm almost done. Still on Swindle over here. Damn it. Fuck. 1983 drama. 83. It is 132. Stop fucking sneezing. Good God, that's 3 in a row. Do I get a magic wish now? 132 minutes. That's 2 hours and 12 minutes long. Kind of long. One more nose blow. That's right, allergies. Cause I never sneeze when I'm sick, so it's gotta be allergies. And I was outside cleaning earlier, so for work. Where's I at? Oh yeah, so we're down to Tori and Beck, or Officer Podesto and the British person, Nigel, whatever his name is. And they are pissing Sikowitz off because he would not break character, and they're like right next to him. He's like, you know what? I don't care. I don't care. Stay here. Go home. I don't care. Just don't go underneath the sink in my bathroom. Help yourself to whatever is in the fridge. So the question is if there was beer in there. Although, do you want to eat or drink something out of Sikowitz's fridge? I think not. But they both end up falling asleep, as you do. And the next morning, they wake up and Beck has broken character. What time is it? You broke character! And then we get the title drop. I am a police officer, and I am victorious. Get some raisin bran, you freakish Brit. And she runs off. But can't Beck just turn around and say, oh, Tori left because she broke character? Tori, she left because she broke character, you know? You could just do that. But the Sikowitz didn't see it. And you gotta remember, they're only supposed to stay in character till Saturday morning. So technically they both won because they both stayed in character. They fell asleep. I don't know. No, but yeah, it's a hell of an episode. I still like it. Victorious was where Dirty, he who should not be named, was starting to kind of get a little bit weird. iCarly was too, but they're about airing at this point, like the later iCarly stuff, like such as the episode where Carly is stuck in the bathtub with her toe stuck in the sink, which is not on Paramount Plus, by the way. That's the one episode that's not of iCarly. I think it's banned. I can see why, but yeah, this was fun to go back. This aired in 2010, So 15 years ago, this is not the episode I remember, though. I have an episode also from season 1. We're going to talk about that later on the 25th. Because there's an episode that's important to me. And it's a stupid episode, but it means something to me. And I'll tell you, I already told you a similar story. I told you sort of the story without going into, when I was in the hospital. So we'll get to it. But so, is it just farted? So what are your thoughts on this episode? Let me comment so much you like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm Sky, and I'll see you in the next one.